We are at Back Bay. Back in the 70s, this poor little girl was kidnapped and dumped here at Back Bay. Over the years, there have been so many bodies found here, just dumped in the water.
All I'm gonna say is get that plate, baby, because we know if a freaking body comes up.
It is a one-way, so
once you go in, it's the truck, it's the truck. It's the fucking truck.
Hold on, shush. I just heard him say something.
he's hauling ass.
He is! Oh, he just did something up in there. If there's a car in front of you that has bad intention, they can trap you so easily because all they have to do is stop. It's one lane and you're on the edge of the bay and the cliff, so there's nowhere you can go. Oh my god, is he stopped?
Spot, and for a second I thought it was a cat.
Oh my god, the whale's wearing a Santa! It looks so good. Please come get me. Oh,
Yo, bitch, she's so thirsty.
God, the bay.
Down by the bay.
Hey!
Please stop.
I did not do that right now. We just got here.
Not today. It wasn't like that when we pulled
No,
in,
it wasn't.
was it?
No, I did not see it like that when we got here.
Just ominously over that tree.
I know. Oh. Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, we're Mackie and Amanda. I'm Mackie.
I'm Amanda.
And we're the Spooky Boos.
Welcome to day 7 of Holiday Spirits.
Tonight, we are somewhere we do not want to be.
Not only is it super, super cold, but this happens to be a super common place for bodies to be dumped.
All the time. We are at Back Bay. And so, it's just what it sounds like. It's a huge bay. It just looks like a bunch of marshland, basically. And just over the years, there have been so many bodies found here, just dumped in the water. There have been car accidents up on the cliff that run above it, and murders.
We pulled in here like a week ago and kind of drove through part of it, and you were like, it's okay, it's just like where bodies get dumped. Like, no one really gets You literally said it like that. No one gets murdered in Back Bay. And now that I'm thinking about it, while I started driving up, you go, I start going into the next like trail, and you go, no. And I like slam on the brakes. You just have to go around a couple mile bend. And now
Yeah.
if that's where people get murdered.
I was nervous. So, well, I shouldn't say people get murdered here. There's one specific one that has been talked about for years. So back in the 70s, this poor little girl was kidnapped and unfortunately murdered and dumped here at Back Bay. So this all took place here, and that's probably the most famous case here. The little girl's name was Linda O'Keefe, and she was just 11 years old when this happened.
It was a huge thing in Newport, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a really big deal that this happened here, because before that it was just thought of as a really safe area and no one expected something like that to ever happen here. It's just been a huge case over the years, people talking about Linda O'Keefe. And even in 2021, the Newport Beach Police Department did kind of like a celebration of life for her, or I don't even know what you'd call it, but just like a reminder for kids and parents just not to get in the van with strangers. They did a whole thing on a Twitter campaign where they relived Linda O'Keefe's last day. So however many minutes they'd go and tweet like from Linda's perspective all throughout the day until she gets abducted by this person. That's the main thing that has happened here, and people report seeing the spirit of Linda O'Keefe here, but as well as that, just bodies being found all along here. There's a lot going on. So,
well, we're gonna drive the perimeter of Back Bay. It's a few miles. It's kind of a hiking, biking, driving trail, whatever. Hopefully we don't come across anyone getting...
I know.
Also, last thing before we get into this video and do read Linda O'Keefe's thing, you might notice what I'm wearing.
Ooh!
A little Spooky Boo holiday merch. This is the woman's cropped jacket, and we're actually giving one away in this video, so just we are giving away a cropped hoodie just like this, a woman's large. So to be entered, all you have to do is comment down below this video. Happy holidays.
And when you comment, make sure you put some sort of method to contact you, whether it be social media, so we have a way to reach out to you and let you know that you won. But other than that,
let's get into it.
Let's go. I'm scared. We are on the road.
On the road again.
Oh God. Spare us. Back Bay.
Some Burger King for
my Burger Queen. Up in here, up in here.
You guys really wonder like what we do in our car? This is it. We don't listen to music, nothing.
Nothing at all. We don't listen to any music. We sing songs. We burst out in song and like random points of the night. Okay, so this is the cutoff. Once you go past here, there ain't no turning back.
Should we do it?
Oh my God, should we?
Well, we have like 40 minutes until it needs to get here.
Okay.
Get here.
Get here. Can I eat?
Yeah, read the Linda O'Keefe.
Fry. Okay. But the little bridge I'll show you is right here on the right that goes into the forest. See it?
I do.
That's it. That's the one.
You scared me. They move so quickly back.
That's the little bridge. Thumbs were made for scrolling. That's just what they'll do. So it's on this next row of houses.
That's like a long fucking distance to walk.
A really long ways. I don't know why her parents would make her do this. It's gotta be one of these houses right here.
These are really fucking nice.
Yeah. We just pulled up to the first location. This was Linda O'Keefe's childhood home that she left to that day.
Like, it's weird being outside the house where she started her day, you know? I'm gonna start it out with the first tweet that the Newport Beach police posted. Hi, I'm Linda O'Keefe, or Linda Ann O'Keefe if I'm in trouble with my mom. 45 years ago, I disappeared from Newport Beach. I was murdered and my body was found in the back bay. My killer, never found. Today, I'm gonna tell my story.
I was 11 years old on the day I disappeared. It's kind of strange. That year, 1973, July 6th, also fell on a Friday. It was a cool day, cooler than usual. The high was about 70 degrees.
Orchid Avenue. We're on Orchid Ave. That's the street I grew up on. It's a small house, and we've lived here most of my life. At 8 a.m., I walk out my front door, and I have no idea that it will be the last time. My piano teacher is giving me a ride to summer school.
So at this point, Linda starts heading over to school. So this is the street she would be walking down to. So that makes sense because the last place she was seen was Marguerite, which is right here. So she was almost home.
God, that's so sad.
Right.
And she probably, like, I mean, she's less than a mile from her school, between her school and her house. I bet a lot of her friends lived in the housing, like, tracts around here, you know? Which is insane to think that some man from Colorado could just be driving by in his van and pick up a little girl.
Right?
What I find weird is he must have, like, killed her right away.
Yeah.
If she was right next to the place.
Yeah. Wow, we were so close to her school.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we just finished the very short drive from Linda's house to her school. And we're going to tell you guys about Linda's last day at school. Time for first period. School really isn't my thing. I get B's and C's, a couple D's, and I hate doing my homework. I'm not too fond of school in general, I guess, but not to brag, I'm really good at spelling, and I love science class.
Break time. It's still a little chilly out, so I wrap my green ski jacket a little tighter around me as I head out the classroom door.
I'm wearing a dress today. It's white with light blue flowers on it and dark blue trim. My mom made it. She makes a lot of my clothes and my sister's clothes. She's really good at sewing, and we don't have a lot of money for fancy store outfits anyhow. And this is a picture of the outfit that Linda was wearing on her last day alive.
It's so crazy that they actually have a picture of it.
Yeah, she's found in it.
Also, this is like so cool that the police department did this.
It really is. They should do this more often.
They should. I'm still getting used to the schedule here. I go to Lincoln Intermediate School, which was a middle school back in 1973, although I hear it's an elementary school now. A lot has changed between the last time I was here and what it looks like in 2018. Then it shows a picture of her the year that all of this happened.
Along with my homemade dress, I'm wearing dark blue tennis shoes with my white trim and thick white ankle socks. My hair used to be shorter, but now it's long and brown, and I'm wearing it in a ponytail today.
Time for another break. I have a few coins in my bag, so I head over to Richard's Market. It's only a block and a half away, so I can get over there and back in time for my next class.
It's so crazy that kids could just leave campus back then.
I know.
We can leave campus at my old high school.
But she was in like 6th grade.
Yeah, that's true.
What to buy, what to buy. I settle on a pack of gum and hurry back to school in time for the next period to start.
3rd period, halfway there. Gosh, I wish it was a weekend day today. Then I could go to the beach. I love the beach. This is the first summer that mom and dad let me go by myself since we live so close.
I'm a pretty quiet kid, I guess. I don't talk as much as some people, that's for sure. People call me shy. My parents say that I'm sensitive, which I think means that I'm an easy crier. It's true.
Not all crying is the same though. The last time I cried, really cried, was a few months ago. We have 3 cats and one of them died. They told me she had cancer, but I don't really know what that means. I missed her so much for weeks and weeks after she was gone. Here's a picture of Linda with her little tiny kitty.
Short hair. That's the end of 3rd period. Mr. McWilliams has been my teacher all morning, but I have Mrs. Hoover next. One class with her, then school's out for the day. It's time for our last period of the day. Whew, so much I'd rather be watching TV right now. Love TV. I'll watch at home, of course, but I like to go to Fashion Island and watch the big TVs in the stores.
Besides mom and dad and me, there are 2 more in the family, both sisters. My big sister is 18 and has a real job. She works at a dry cleaner's. She still lives with us, so I get to see her a lot. My little sister is only 9.5. She and I are really close. Finally, school is over. Like everyone else in the classroom, I'm getting excited about how to spend the rest of my afternoon or what I want to do this weekend. I obviously don't know it yet, but I won't get to have a weekend.
Usually I ride my bike to school. The ride home is easy because it's almost all downhill, but today I got a ride to school, so no bike. I'm going to call my mom and see if she'll pick me up so I don't have to walk home. And then this is a picture of the bike that she would normally ride to school. The lady in the school office said I need to wait. School's only been out for a few minutes and my mom hasn't had time to get here yet, so I can't use the phone just yet. Adults always have rules for stuff like this.
I know my mom isn't planning to pick me up, so I head back towards Richard's Market, just to waste some time until I can call her. My friend Brenda, from 3rd period, skips past me with another girl and says hi. A turquoise van is driving up Harborview Road. Brenda, who has turned around, started skipping backwards now, will later tell the police that the van stops next to me a couple times as I'm walking along, but she's too far away to hear if anyone talks to me.
I'm now back at the school office, and the lady lets me call my mom for a ride home this time. It doesn't go well. She's busy with the sewing project and tells me that I can walk home. It makes me upset, and I cry. I'm an easy crier, remember. My parents get annoyed when I ask for a ride home from school because it is such a short walk. But I hate it. I wish I had my bike.
But it's still a pretty long walk. We were a mile or 1.3 miles from here.
But you know your parents, they used to have to walk through sleet and snow.
Yeah, that's very
8
true.
miles,
yeah.
cross 4 bridges, all to get to school.
You're
Very
uphill
true.
both ways.
Even if I wanted to walk home, which I don't, I wouldn't leave right now. I'm still upset about not getting a ride home. I sit on the curb in front of the school with my feet sticking out in the street. I'll leave soon. Late tonight, the police will talk to a young woman named Janine. She and her mom are driving up Marguerite right now, and they see something they won't forget for a long time. It's me in a turquoise van.
The van is parked along the curb just before the intersection of Marguerite and Inlet Drive. The front passenger door is open, and I'm standing right beside it. Janine will remember that she sees the driver, a man, white, in his mid-20s or early 30s. Janine's mom is suspicious. It must be mom instinct. As she turns onto San Joaquin Hills Road, she slows down and then pulls over.
If that van drives by, write down the license plate number, she tells Janine, but the van doesn't drive by. Her heart sinks a bit as she sees the van go straight up Marguerite. She can't see how many people are inside. No one is concerned when I don't come home from school right away, or not too concerned anyway. It's a different time back in 1973, and kids roam the neighborhood on their bikes for hours at a time. I guess you can say that I'm kind of a moody kid. I've been acting out lately, little stuff, like not coming home on time, just so that they know I'm upset. This new bad habit of mine is probably on my mom's mind quite a bit this afternoon. Mom's starting to get a little worried. She knows I was angry about her not picking me up, but she thought I'd sulk a bit and then come home to eat. It's been 3 hours since she heard from me, which is a lot when you're a young girl with no lunch in her stomach.
Mom starts calling around to see if I'm at anyone's house. I have several friends in the neighborhood and friends from school. Kathy, Jim, Stacy, Mona, Mary Lou, but no one has seen me since I walked away from Lincoln Intermediate.
When my dad gets home from work, worry turns to action. We have 2 family cars. My dad gets in one, my big sister gets in the other, and they start to look for me. There's a feeling that I'm being disobedient, not that anything's actually wrong.
Everyone returns home. Everyone but me, that is. At 6:42 p.m., the Newport Beach Police Department receives a call from a house on Orchid Avenue. Linda Ann O'Keefe is missing, 4 feet tall, 85 pounds, long brown hair, and blue eyes. That was very dramatic effect.
That really was. The search begins. My dad and his sister join in again in their separate cars. The police get to work, systematically checking the areas between my school and my house. My mom has made about 40 phone calls by now, trying to track me down. Officers are searching everywhere. Back then, there were vacant fields south of Pacific View and east of Marguerite. They searched the fields, the reservoir, the neighborhoods, the streets, nothing. Here's a picture of what it looked like back then.
Officers are searching Fashion Island, the Back Bay, on foot, by car, by helicopter. Jeeps are used in places that patrol cars can't get to. Still, nothing.
Janine knocks on the door of my house and asks to talk to the detective. That image of the little girl in the turquoise van is still burning in her mind, and she heard that a little girl who lives here might be missing. A lady in the bluffs above Back Bay hears a female voice outside screaming, "Stop, you're hurting me." She listens but hears nothing more. She doesn't know that I'm missing, that I'll be dead by morning, that I'll be found a couple hundred yards from her home. The sun has been up for a couple hours, and the police department is still searching for me. More volunteers have joined in. When my big sister gets to work, she is shocked to see the headline on the front page of the Daily Pilot, "Girl 11 vanishes in Newport." Linda vanish? No, she thinks. They must have it wrong.
Tons of people are looking for me. The helicopter has been scouring the canyons and remote areas of Corona del Mar. My dad is out looking for me too with some officers. Less than half a mile from my house, a man is getting on his bike. He pedals towards Back Bay with his 4-year-old son in tow. He's due to meet 2 friends there.
A new shift of searchers is gathering at the police department. Newport Beach Explorer Post 1050, Costa Mesa Search and Rescue Post 198, and a handful of others are joining in to relieve the volunteers who have looked for me all night. The man and his friends meet in the back bay, and they start to tour the area on their bikes.
The man is looking in the ditch off the east side of Back Bay Drive, searching for frogs and the cattails. Instead, he sees something small and pale. My hand. He sees my hand. He screams, trying to rouse me. His friends come over when they hear him screaming. Peering through the cattails, they gasp. They don't know who I am, of course, or who I was. But they see me, a young girl's body, still in my mom's homemade dress. I've been strangled. And here's a picture, it's kind of hard to make out, but of her hand in the blue dress and the cattails.
Oh my gosh. They go for help. They ride along Back Bay Drive, looking for a phone, a person, anything. Just before San Joaquin Hills Road, they find a police car. The officer, one of many who've been searching for me, is the first to know this is now a homicide investigation. The search for Linda Ann O'Keefe is now the search for Linda Ann O'Keefe's killer. Was it someone I knew, a stranger, the man in the van? There's so many questions. Well, now we're going to the last spot that Linda O'Keefe was seen alive.
So this was the last place that Linda was seen alive. Now we're going to head to where her body turned up.
We just made it down onto Back Bay Road. We're gonna park right here, and then we have to hike to right over there into the foresty area at the bottom. But this is what it looks like. So sketchy out here. Alright, we'll pick up the camera when we're right over there in the forest on that point. I know, it's so hot. You should pull up to like right where they're gonna come out, baby.
Those come in now.
Ooh.
All I'm gonna say is get that plate, baby, because we know if a freaking body comes up.
Oh, true.
What if it's the truck?
Then that's up.
The reason that we're freaking out so much, you guys, is because we finally went to turn down the road into Back Bay. It is a one-way, so
Once you go in, it's the truck. It's the truck. Is it?
it's the truck.
It's the truck. It's the truck. Oh my god, it's the truck. It's the truck. It's the fucking truck.
Wait, hold on. Shush. I just heard him say something.
Should we follow?
Well, you said something. Yeah.
What is
that was fucking him. I'm freaking the fuck out.
Look, he's kind of nervous. He's
He is.
driving fast.
He is.
Okay, I'm going like 40, and we're in a.
Yeah, hang back. Hang back. Where is he? Oh, he ran the freaking yellow.
It's okay. It'll turn right away. He's hauling ass.
He is. Oh, he just did something up in there. Guarantee it. He's
Okay,
hauling
Scylla,
ass.
We're gonna go. Don't lose him, Mackie.
I'm trying. Go, 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 go.
The night we caught a murderer.
No, really?
I have such recognizable headlights, though.
Actually,
Yeah.
though, imagine if that shit happened. Like if we actually.
All right, chill. God.
Amanda's over here.
Amanda gets pulled over.
So we just
Wait.
Did he just get on the freeway?
No, he's going straight. He's turning left. I don't know if we should turn. That's gonna be way too obvious. It's way too obvious.
Should we turn?
He's gonna get on the freeway. No, oh my god.
That's a big commitment.
Yeah.
Look, he's going all slow now. He wanted to see if we were gonna fall.
I know, he's being so sketchy. He's going super slow. I'm scared. Oh my god, Amanda. Oh my, go straight, go straight, go straight, go straight. Go,
that
go,
was
go.
crazy. What?
Oh my
Did we
god.
turn around and go back to Back Bay?
I don't, that guy was, I don't
he was
even know
back
what to
there. That
say.
truck was back there for so long, like
Okay.
35 minutes, 40 minutes.
So alright, so in Back Bay, it's super sketchy at night because one, all the bodies show up, but it's one way in, one way out, and once you make the commitment of going in, there ain't no turning back.
Should we do it?
Oh my god, should we? You're trapped on that road for at least 20 minutes. For at least 20 minutes, and if there's a car in front of you, like, that has bad intentions and wants to, like, mess you up,
Trap you?
they can trap you so easily because all they have to do is stop. It's one lane, and you're on the edge of the bay and a cliff, so there's nowhere you can go. So when we were entering in, this guy, we saw him off in the distance. Wow.
It's a perfect time to not get murdered.
It is.
Unless they're the ones gonna...
Oh my god, is he stopped?
No.
Oh, that just scared me so bad.
Dude, well, when
Was
I
this
got
the
there
place
before
we
you
turned?
guys, he
but
didn't
it's
pass
just-
me at all, so it means he was there before I was, too.
But so when we started, we were about probably 2 minutes in on this, and all of a sudden it goes like this, like an S turn, back and forth. So it goes in, and then if you go around the cliff, you can't see the car in front of you. So we started going in, and then we see this truck come around the bend ahead of us.
So we can finally see them. Like,
yes.
they come out of the little...
So we're like, oh shoot, there's a guy like a truck right there. And then he stopped.
Yeah, Mackie goes, stop, stop, stop.
Yeah, I'm like, don't go any further, because he stopped. Everyone around here knows if you're, like, you don't stop on that road because it's really, like, a sketchy area. And if you're stopping there, it's, like, for no good reason. So when he started stopping, I'm like, I really don't think we should go until we know that he's, like, gonna basically not trap us in there in 10 minutes.
We're not stuck behind him.
Yeah. And right now it's past midnight. It's just us girls. So we're like, what should we do?
I was saying it was safe to go back because it's been 45 minutes and it's a 10-minute loop max. We had just driven it 15 minutes before.
It's just sketchy. That, like, there's no way to describe it besides it's like, if someone's doing that, like, you shouldn't go in behind them. So when this guy kept repeatedly stopping, he'd stop there for a couple minutes, go a little bit, and he almost was looking like he was seeing if we were gonna go.
Yeah, if we were gonna follow him.
And so then he'd stop again, and I'm like, all right, this is stupid. Every time you'd inch forward, I'm like, wait, no.
I thought it was a joke. Like, I was just kidding, you know? And then I finally put it in reverse, stuck my head out the window, and we backed up a little bit of a ways before I was able to pull into an inlet and turn around and go drive the wrong way down this one-way street.
On these curvy roads. So we back out of there, and there's one last cutoff about a minute down the road where you're able to get out of there instead of doing the full entire loop. And so I was like, let's go down there and see if the guy has, like, come up or if we can see him anymore. We couldn't see him, but I'm just like, honestly, we shouldn't go. Like, that guy, if you lived here, you'd understand, but, like, that's not something you do on that road.
Yeah, well, no matter what, like, it's not smart for three of us to go in where you can't back out. Like, if they got out of their car, that's it. Like, it would be a foot chase.
There's nowhere to turn around either. Like,
and these roads,
you're screwed.
They're, like you said, they're just S-curves. Like, it's miles and miles of S-curves. They're so sharp. And it's a wall on one side, and then, like, the little marsh, the drop-off, you go into the water on the other.
We're like, okay, this is just not a good idea. Let's try driving. You can drive, like, the normal road and meet up where the exit of Back Bay is. So we're like, let's go over there and see if we still see this guy. So we go over there, and as we're driving down over the bay, I looked back and I saw taillights still in the bay. And at this point, about 10 minutes had gone by. So this guy would have 100% been out there by then. So we saw the brake lights, so we're like, what do we do? So we go somewhere else for like 25 minutes, and then we decide to go back and check one more time. And as we're pulling up to the exit of Back Bay,
there he was.
we see headlights coming around the bend. We're like, oh my God, is this the guy? If this is the guy, then we need to get the license plate because he just did something really sketchy.
Yeah.
And sure enough, he pulls out and it's the guy, and you just saw him come flooring out of there. That was about a 45-minute period, and it's a 10-minute drive around that loop, and there's absolutely nothing you can stop for. There's no. It's just like, it's just crazy to me.
You can't even like pull over to let somebody else pass.
You can't.
Like, nobody behind you can go until you do. So what?
That was almost really freaking bad.
What was he doing there for 45 minutes?
I don't know.
Mackie?
And like we said in the beginning of this video, a lot of bodies are found dumped in Back Bay. So I honestly don't know what this guy could have been doing there. There's no reason you'd stop.
This could have almost been an entirely different video.
If a video at all. Oh my God, that's so scary. It was just like one of those things where the guy was being so sketchy, and I just like had a bad feeling. I'm like, I feel like this guy is gonna keep stopping just because.
Thank God you did, because I thought it was completely safe.
Well, no, because the way he kept pulling up a little bit and then stopping, and then pulling up and stopping, like, this guy's gonna do this to us like 10 minutes in, and we're gonna be completely fucked. So we're at Taco Bell. It's late, and once we get our food, we're about to explain what just happened to us. Multiple different things just happened to us. I'm so scared.
I can't. I was like literally talking to Matthew about it, and I'm like, oh my God, we're back in the Taco Bell drive-thru. Nobody has any idea where I was. Like, Brendan's asleep at home. My mom has no idea.
Oh my God.
Someone just got.
We almost hit a skinwalker in the road.
I backed out of a Taco Bell drive-thru.
You did. History is repeating itself because we backed out of Back Bay. Some lady was standing outside of her car in Taco Bell.
Oh my God, in the drive-thru.
And then the gunshot happened, and the guy behind us like quick backed out of here.
I was like,
oh my God, go.
Yeah.
Oh, don't tell me this lady's there. God.
Their car is off.
No.
The one in front of us.
All right, we'll give you a little rundown.
But I lost my cheeseburger. I just set it on the floor.
No, you did not. When?
I did. Oh, no, I didn't. I lost it.
So we're gonna give you a rundown of what has happened since we drove away from Back Bay. Okay.
Wait, no, stop it right now. I've lost my cheeseburger.
Stop.
I really have.
I can't.
I had so much left. It's not in here, Mackie. Look. No, where did I set it?
It's gotta be in here. No. Where'd you put it? Where'd you put it?
It's not like on the floor.
Is it under your seat? Where's your cheeseburger?
You're kidding right now. It's not in here? It's not in here,
It's not in the bag.
It's not in my
Where's
bag.
my chips?
Oh my God, I threw it in the back seat.
You threw it back there.
Wait, after the skinwalker?
No, probably after the gun.
Oh God, that was it, wasn't it?
We started driving back, and that's when we realized, like, what happened with that truck tonight is super messed up, because before that time, the second time we tried to drive through, about 20 minutes before that, we drove that entire loop, just Amanda and I, and about the last 2 minutes, Amanda was like, are you, like, having anxiety?
I'm choking. I was getting such a bad feeling of just, like, anxiety and, like, downright scared, you know? Like, I was nervous.
Yeah.
I asked Mackie, like, are you anxious right now? Like, I was wondering if you were having an anxiety attack, and I was picking up on what you were feeling.
Yeah.
Because I felt terrible.
Yeah.
I'm like, this could only be Mackie.
It's only me, right?
So I asked him, like, are you, like, really nervous right now? And you were like, yeah. Which is what you always freaking say, what was I expecting. And I was like, I'm really freaking nervous right now. And you're like, no, I'm really nervous.
Yeah, because I was already, like, scared just because we're on a dark road at 10:30 at night, just us two, and I know there's one way in, one way out, and it's just, like, it's kind of scary in general. So I was, like, that slight fear in me just through the whole thing, which is like normal fear. And then just that last 2 minutes, I started to get like pretty bad anxiety, like on the verge of a not on the verge of a panic attack, but anxiety. So I was looking down at my phone just trying to focus on it, and then you said, are you having anxiety right now? I'm freaking out. Yeah, and then when you said that, it was like panic attack coming on. But luckily right then, in 30 more feet, we were off the one-way road. Like it opened up, so I was like, okay, thank God.
We got out of the end of Back Bay, left, went and filmed one more short little snippet somewhere else, and then picked up our friend and drove back to Back Bay.
Yeah.
And we pulled in at the entrance of Back Bay that we had just done when we drove through the first time. And there was a truck.
This had to be like about 15 minutes later.
And you immediately were like, stop. Yeah. Do you keep like feeling like someone's behind us?
Yeah, stop,
standing?
Amanda, stop. We sat there for like 5 minutes trying to figure out what to do because the truck would stop for about probably 30 seconds and then it started
forward.
Like, yeah, literally roll forward. And then Nita was like, okay, like you should go. I'm like, wait, just wait. Yeah. Wait, we need to see what he's doing. We sat there for about 5 minutes trying to figure it out because he'd stopped for a while and we're just like, this is too weird. And it got to the point where we're just like, okay, we need to turn around because this is not normal. One second, we're getting our Taco Bell. But it just got to the point where this guy he kept doing this stopping thing and I was like, we don't want to be behind this guy because
it was super sketchy.
He can trap us in and he could clearly see us. We were like,
yeah,
we were parallel with each other. The only difference was there was a big dip like that. So he had completed the U.
And I don't know if he stopped because then he had all of a sudden seen us pull in right behind him. So he wanted to see what we were gonna do. Mm-hmm. But he came to a complete stop once he saw our car and then waited.
It was really weird. But it was just the type of thing, like, I'm just so scared that this guy is going to be at some point for the remainder 4 miles in front of us. Waiting for us, or just blocking the road. I was just so freaked out, like, no, please no. To go film some other stuff for about 30 minutes. We ended up getting pulled over for a cop for 5 minutes. As we were trying to decide what to do. I guess we looked sketchy sitting there, but we were fine. But yeah, so we spent 30 minutes filming other stuff.
And we're driving past this long way. I don't even know if you knew that's where the outlet came out. And you go, like, that's Back Bay. And you go, oh my God, those are taillights on Back Bay. And I stopped, flipped a U-E, could not see them at all. And I was like, where are you talking about? Like, I don't see them. We stopped for maybe like 4 or 5 minutes. Waiting for it to come out and it didn't. So we left again.
Because we were curious if it was the truck. We were like, oh, if the truck has been in here that long, that's sketchy.
That's super, super weird. So we left.
He didn't end up coming out. We left to continue on our way to get to the other location that is like an extended part of Back Bay. We drive around there for like 7 minutes and we
can't find it.
And we decide, all right, well, let's just finish the Linda O'Keefe story and then we'll go to Back Bay like the next day a little bit earlier when it's not so late and sketchy. We head back to that point where you're crossing over that bridge area where you're able to see all of Back Bay. And we see headlights coming around the last bend. And we're like, is this the truck?
Yeah, I was literally driving by and you go, turn right. And I go across all the lanes of traffic and we go all the way up there and you can see this guy's headlights. And we don't know if it's the guy yet.
So we had the camera up and you guys can see it's the truck that ends up pulling out. And he could tell we were following him.
Yeah, and then he finally got to a left to get onto a freeway and we were like, we can't follow him. Like,
I'm like, that's too obvious. If we actually would have went, like, we don't, like, something bad would have happened.
No, me and Mackie just sit here and we keep asking each other, like, what do you think would have happened?
Like, something bad would have happened.
And then I'm sitting here and I stopped and I'm like, what do you think would have happened had, like, we went 20 minutes before his car was there. What do you think would have happened if we went 15 minutes?
Just the fact that we went that whole way 20 minutes before. It's like,
we drove the whole road alone.
And we happened to pull, oh my God. And when we did see his truck, we happened to pull in at the one point where we were able to see where his car was. Then the other weird things that happened. We're going to McDonald's and Taco Bell. It's like 1:30 in the morning. We pull in, we go through, we get all of our stuff. We get probably a mile down the road going back to my house and the street we're on goes through neighborhoods. And I realized that they put no chips in my bag. So I'm like, oh shoot, like we gotta go back. So we turn around to go back and we see this thing hopping across the street.
Like limping, not even like hopping. It was weird.
It was like jet black, like not a raccoon, not a coyote.
Like the height of a skinny toddler.
Yes, it was really like truly terrified me to the core.
No, you were like, did you get a bad feeling? Did you get a bad feeling?
And so we go back to Taco Bell, we get there, and we start going the drive-thru, and there's this lady standing outside of her car in the Taco Bell drive-thru for 5 minutes.
But leaned in like to her like driver's window like this.
And we're already like freaked out from the thing we just saw. We're sitting there and a car pulls in behind us, so we're trapped in.
We're all waiting for this lady.
And we hear the loudest
like it's
boom
right behind us.
Right behind us. Like it wasn't a backfire, it wasn't fireworks, it was a straight up shot right behind us.
And we're like, we literally ducked.
You threw your cheeseburger.
I threw my cheeseburger.
The guy in the car behind us floors it in reverse out of the drive-thru, skirts out of the parking lot, and goes and flips a U-turn and hauls ass down the street. Like someone got shot. What the hell happened?
What a night.
Let's come back on Sunday for part 2 of investigating Back Bay. Peace.